social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective.
Peace, grace and peace, everybody. We're back. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. Today, we're just going to take a quick moment to talk about a young woman who recently passed away. Former Representative Mia Love. Her family says this. The Love family. With grateful hearts filled to overflowing for the profound influence of Mia on our lives, we want you to know that she passed away peacefully today. She was in her home, surrounded by family, in the midst of a celebration of her life and an avalanche of happy memories. Mia quietly slipped the bands of mortality, and as words and visions always did, soared heavenward. We are thankful for the many good wishes, prayers, and condolences. We are taking some time as a family and will provide information by funeral services and a public celebration of her life in the days to come. And I just wanted to just take a second because, and I had some couple of clips I wanted to show of Mia and what's going, her actual career, if you will. But I do want to just kind of point out the shortness of life. So let me bring this in. I am going to bring this in very quickly, and then we'll jump back in.
At the 2012 Republican Convention, Mia Love, the daughter of Haitian immigrants, made her national debut.
My parents immigrated to this country with $10 in their pockets and a hope that the America they heard about really did exist.
As Utah's first black woman mayor, she was running for Congress and voiced opposition to President Obama.
Mr. President, I'm here to tell you the American people are awake and we're not buying what you're selling in 2012.
Mia Love narrowly lost that race, but she won over the Republican Party faithful with her pro-gun, pro-tax cut, anti-abortion stances. When she ran again in 2014, she made history.
Many of the naysayers out there said that Utah would never elect a black Republican LDS woman to Congress. Not only did we do it, we were the first to do it.
A rising star, Mia Love built connections on both sides of the aisle. She was a reliable Republican vote, but she occasionally broke with her party on issues such as access to contraception and gun regulation and immigration reform. She even spoke out against some Trump administration policies in his first term.
The practice of separating loving families from their children at the border is heartbreaking to watch.
After losing a tight race in 2018, Mia Love became a CNN contributor, where she relished political debate.
Let people vote on them. Let them pass or fail, but at least they have a voice.
After being diagnosed with brain cancer in 2022, she responded with her typical fighting spirit.
I actually had a doctor look at me and say, "You're gonna die from this, it's inevitable." They can figure out my diagnosis, but I don't have to take the prognosis.
Mia Love underwent surgery, radiation, chemotherapy, and cutting-edge immunotherapy, far outliving expectations. Her determination to survive and her faith were fierce.
I have to say, this is for everyone who is struggling with something like this. Do not underestimate the power of a positive attitude.
She took solace in her Mormon beliefs, her family, and her friendships.
Yay.
I'm coming in to give you a hug.
I love you, Jake. You're awesome.
I love you too.
A wife and mother and trailblazer, Mia Love will be remembered by many, mainly as a beautiful soul, someone who brought a valuable perspective and a sense of humanity to the world of politics.
Shout out. So today I just wanted to make sure you cut the video, Jason. All right. I just wanted to end with that. And, shout out to Mia and her family. I do pray that they come to saving faith and trusting faith in Christ. And so what I want to do is just end with this story from John chapter 11. And many of you all are familiar with the, I don't want to say infamous, but the very, very profound story of Lazarus. And here it comes. John chapter 11, ESV. Now, when Jesus came, he found Lazarus had already been in the tomb 4 days. Bethany was near Jerusalem, about 2 miles off, and many of the Jews had come to Martha and Mary to console them concerning their brother. So when Martha heard that Jesus was coming, she went and met him, but Mary remained seated in the house. Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. But even now, I know that whatever you ask God, God will give you. Jesus said to her, your brother will rise again. Martha said, I know he will rise again in the resurrection of the last day. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. And everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? She said, yes, Lord, I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who is coming into the world. When he had said this, when she had said this, she went and called her sister, Mary, saying in private, the teacher is come and is calling for you. And when she heard it, she rose quickly and went to him. Now, Jesus had not yet come into the village, but was still in the place where Martha had met him. When the Jews who were with her in the house consoling her saw Mary rise quickly to go out, they followed her, supposing that she was going to the tomb to weep there. Now, when Mary came to where Jesus was and saw him, she fell at his feet, saying to him, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. When Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews who had come with her also weeping, he was deeply moved in his spirit and greatly troubled, and said, where have you laid him? They said to him, Lord, come and see. That Jesus wept. So the Jews said, see how he loved him. But some of them said, could not he who opened the eyes of the blind man also have kept this man from dying? Then Jesus, deeply moved again, came to the tomb. It was a cave, and a stone lay against it. Jesus said, take away the stone. Martha, the sister of the dead man, said, Lord, by this time there will be an odor, for he has been dead for 4 days. Jesus said to her, did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? So they took away the stone, and Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I knew that you would always hear. I knew that you always hear me. But I said this on account of the people standing around, that they may believe that you sent me. When he had said these things, he cried out with a loud voice, Lazarus, come out. The man who had died came out. His hands and his feet were bound with linen strips, and his face was wrapped in a cloth. Jesus said, unbind him and let him go. So as I wanted that to be the encouragement and admonishment that we kind of left with as we're looking at, life is short. Let's just tell the truth. Life is short, whether you're in Christ or not, whether you're a believer or not. Life is short. This woman was 49 years old. That's not old at all. Come on. Fighting with brain cancer and all that. And, life has this way of keep lifing, you know what I'm saying? But as we see here, our encouragement as Christians, our solace as Christians is that what Jesus said to Martha in verse 25, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. And everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die. So as I end this right here, I'll just end with the question that Jesus asked Martha. Do you believe this? Thanks so much, everybody. Have a fantastic day. And until next time, everyone, grace and peace.